5 more days till Yak Shaving Day. So start decorating your house with disposable diapers, and remember to stuff Dad's rubber boots with coleslaw. And then, play this stupid thing as you slowly lose consciousness. It's Quest for the Shaven Yak, starring Ren HOЕK and Stimpy. That's HOEK, you idiot, not HOEK! Now, as you well know, I am a very, very big Ren and Stimpy fan. Like very, very big. We've been over this several times. Nothing has shaped me more as a person than the first 2 seasons of the Ren and Stimpy Show. And in fact, as I get older, I'm only now beginning to realize just how much it shaped me as a person. I am a sick little monkey. I'd like to think we've all seen that here on CGR Undertow. So when our pal Chris from Jersey City, New Jersey sent this to the show, I just reflexively started jumping up and down like an idiot, because Ren and Stimpy were like parents to me. Like psychotic cartoon parents. Yes, sir, I like them. But what I like even more is that, much to my surprise, this game is not a bloated sack of protoplasm. In fact, Quest for the Shaven Yak is actually kind of okay. I mean, it's not as good as $47 million. Probably better than unwashed lederhosen. So you play as both of our heroes, both Ren and Stimpy. If you've never seen the show, Ren is a psychotic chihuahua, and Stimpy is an idiot cat, and they're best pals. And also, we can't be pals anymore if you've never seen the show. One day they find a pair of yak hooves left in their house by the legendary Shaven Yak. So obviously they set out to return the hooves, and platforming ensues. And I guess for me, what I really like about this game is the premise. You see, between the show's actual episodes, they would do these little shorts. And one of those shorts was about Yak Shaving Day, which is kind of like Christmas, but just replace Santa Claus with the Shaven Yak, and cookies and milk with a heaping bowl of hot lather. And the magic sleigh with a magic floating canoe. Basically, you guys need to watch Ren and Stimpy. I'm not gonna sit here and explain it to you. But anyway, that's what this game's inspired by. Not like a full Ren and Stimpy episode, just one of the shorts. And for a fan, that's awesome. Unfortunately, that fan service extends into the presentation a bit too. Emphasis on a bit, but so there are magic canoes. They take you to secret areas. You can find the yak's shaving scum left behind. So, there are some nice little touches that really try to give the game that Ren and Stimpy feel. And the sprites are okay too. Sometimes Ren and Stimpy will make very Ren and Stimpy expressions. And actually, Stimpy's little dance here is actually inspired by his dance in the episode Stimpy's Big Day. Plus, Stimpy hawks up hairballs as a weapon, and Ren throws toothbrushes, which is a reference to arguably the best Ren and Stimpy episode, the classic Space Madness. So that's all good stuff. That's all very faithful to the show. Unfortunately, not much else is. Problem with this game is that it's just super boring. Super duper boring, which is the least Ren and Stimpy thing you could possibly be. The gameplay never really changes, and even though the levels aren't that long, they actually feel too long because they're kind of just the same thing over and over. And as much thought as seemed to go into the presentation in some areas, the opposite is true in others. The red sprite. That's great, right? But none of the game's enemies look quite that great, and they certainly don't have that Spumco art style either, which is a huge bummer. Because, if the game was boring, but it had the right art style with, settings from the show, and faces from the show, and the style of the show, I'd be okay with the boring level design, because it would be a more authentic Ren and Stimpy experience. To do a Ren and Stimpy game that doesn't capture the Ren and Stimpy style, which is one of the most important things about the show and one of the reasons it was so groundbreaking. I mean, it's like buying new rubber nipples when you don't even use the ones you already have. So what's the verdict? Well, listen, it's Ren and Stimpy, so even if it was terrible, I'd be grading on a curve. But I'm also honest, and look, it's not a great platformer, you guys. It's a bit cheap, the design is painfully boring at times, but it's also kind of surprising in that it's not quite licensed game terrible either, you know? Could use more vitamin F, but otherwise, it's an alright game. It's based on one of the most important cartoons since the golden age of animation. It's Quest for the Shaven Yak for the Sega Game Gear, you idiot!